still alive. Unless whatever virus I've presently got wipes me out, that's still on the table. Who knows? God might smite me yet. Anyway, new digs. It's very dark in here. Because the one window has got siding put up over it. So yeah, there's a window here, but on the other side of the glass, you can't see daylight because there's siding over it. And then the other window is blocked off by a giant TV and also a bunch of plastic, because y'all know how it be with the ghetto plastic over the window trick to try to insulate against the cold. So it's got a trash bag kind of haphazardly taped against it, halfway up and halfway down, because my cat kept fussing with it. And that's another big piece of news. I got a cat. Her name is Maleva. Now, she originally came with, like, when I adopted her, she came with the name Sabrina Carpenter. And as much as I adore that name, I wanted to give her a name that was more meaningful. So I named her Maleva after the first wife of Albert Einstein, who, due to the fact that she was a woman and the time that she unfortunately was confined to, I guess, as far as timelines go, she never really got the level of credit or recognition that her husband at the time did for some of the brilliant papers. So I named my cat after her. So I named her Maleva, but she also gets called Millie. Maleva McButtons McConaughey, in fact. And she is a black cat, completely black, all the way down to her little toe beans. Except her eyes, those are green. And she my little void cat. I got her just a little bit before Halloween, actually, and I think it was October 17th, give or take. It wasn't too long after I came out of the hospital, in fact. Ellie. She is probably hiding under the bed. She really likes to hide under there. That's where she hides all of her toys as well. As I love how it's like, we bought this, like, it's like a little jellyfish on a elastic string on a stick. And she played with that for a little bit. And then there was like this little slice of toast that she also played with for a little bit. And the milk that she rejects. Then she has I keep turning the camera to show you guys as if you guys can see. And she has like this chromey scratchy thing in what is basically like her little room. Basically it's just like a giant dog crate that we use to contain her at nighttime when we can't really keep an eye on her because she's still young. And we don't want her getting herself hurt. She's still, she's only like 6 months old. So she's not fully grown yet. So she's still just a youngin'. So she's still adventurous and playful, but sometimes that can get you in trouble without you realizing it. And if we're not awake to be getting her out of trouble, then that's a problem. So this crate was used for like an Australian Shepherd. So I figured that it's big enough. But she is out and about now and likely hiding under the bed. She almost toppled the TV over on herself last night, so she's been a little bit extra skittish. I created a skittish baby. I never wanted a skittish baby. Where did my loving baby go? For one thing, I don't like that to be closed because I like it to be a comfortable, safe space for her to retreat to of her own volition. Because sometimes she does walk in there. She has a little miniature litter box for in there. And another. Oh, there she is. Look at my little kitty. Not that y'all can see in this poor lighting. Maleva. Millie, 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 Millie. Millie, 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 Millie. Come here. But here she is. She has a space theme collar. I also have a space theme harness for her. And Nightmare Before Christmas tag. Then she's got her tag that about her. Come here. Come here. Let me show you off. Let me show you off, pretty girl. Come here. See? And she's got the tag that identifies she's got the tag that also identifies that she's had her rabies shot for this year. And she's got the tag that identifies her because she's chipped, so it identifies her chip identification number, and it has a phone number on it separate from mine, and it's like, I'm lost, but I have a chip. Call this number. So I put that on there. She was very, very, very displeased when I added all those tags to her collar, but she got used to it very quickly. And now she doesn't seem to mind it so much. Oh, look at her make the bread. She does the kneading. She also likes to play with the blinds of the bum window. She's a little cutie. My little shadow cat, my little void. She reminded me of Athena. Athena was, no, don't play with that. Don't play with my computer cord. We aren't a cord chewing household, please. She reminds me of Athena. Athena was my brother's cat. She was all black too. See, thing is, where we come from. Stay out of the bags. Stay out of the bags. I don't want you making a mess of all my things. She's trying to spill my snacks all over the place. But anyway, she is purring like a little engine. Reminds me of a snoring person. Like someone snoring very softly. Look at her need. Are you making bread? She's such a sweet little thing. But yeah, I should turn on the light, frankly. Okay, I finally made peace with the fact that I'm turning on the light. Millie. But yeah. This is her. Hold on, baby. This is her little name tag. On the other side has her name, and underneath of it, engraved, is my phone number. Stay out of the snacks. Those ain't snacks you want anyway. Those snacks will light your butthole on fire. For real. Dead ass. Look at that beautiful cat. Look at that beautiful cat. You got a beautiful cat. But yeah, she my baby. This is my first cat. This is my first pet that ain't a spider. Or a bird with a broken wing. Okay, you're just doing the face rubbies that we can allow. No. Don't be knocking stuff down off of there. Sometimes, I know she understands me. She's smart. Hey. You know your auntie don't like, you know. You know your auntie don't like when you do that. Don't be knocking cans over. The wipes I'll allow. Some battles you just have to pick. That's the same conclusion she came to as she has lost. But yeah. So my sweet Maleva. I adopted her knowing full well that in this area there's a risk factor for cats like her. Black cats. Because people are superstitious. Pardon me. which is exactly where my brother got Athena. Now, Athena died a few years back due to cancer, but I was in their shelter, and I was looking around, and I was looking for a cat that reminded me of Athena, because I had in my head, I was like, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a bad luck cat. I'm looking for a precious baby that other people wish to do harm to, that I understand ain't nothing but a little bit difficult to see. And I'm blind as a bat, so it's difficult for me to see anyway. My depth perception, rather quite shite. She's a good girl. So I've had her since about mid-October. So I've been staying here since about then. I got sick. My uncle died. My half-sister, who is not in here at the moment, and our father passed, and there's his urn over there, that wooden box with the Alexa on top of it. The Alexa is on top of it to keep the cat from sitting on top of him. Because we keep trying to tell her, we don't sit on top of the dead. Ain't that right? But she's gonna be my little familiar. I was a witch for Halloween, except I was sick. So I was in bed popping cough drops. And not even the sweet candy tasting ones. No. How many times I gotta tell you? No. But she has a space theme collar. She has a harness too, but she's not big enough yet to fit it. Stop that. But yeah, she's my first cat, so I'm still learning. I'm trying my best. I do quite adore her, even though she's a little troublemaker, a little menace, and a little butthead. Maleva McButtons McConaughey. She's going to be an astrophysicist with me. I know, that window is perplexing. Anywho, so I've been catching up with the Girl World stuff. That's been, holy shit. First of all, the Girl World Super Bowl happened while I was in the hospital, already setting me pretty far behind. And then even more seemed to happen. It's like Chantal's like, ooh, I think I can taste the crown. And then Amberlynn's like, through this shelf first. I don't know, man. I'm joshing. I don't know, man. But I've been getting caught up. See, I had this like entire plan and / experiment that I had going. I'm sorry, but how does a loyal hater suddenly go to an ambaby? The most fucked up part is that people actually thought I was for serious. like, people actually, like, either they didn't look through my, like, history of uploads or anything of the sort. Like, I make it very clear who's, you know, who I, stan as far as the, girl world goes. Because it's like, I like Charlie Gold. I ain't never stopped watching Charlie Gold. But, and the thing is I went from having very intellectual, genuine, arguments. And I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to gas Amber up, but, she now thinks she thinks she's something. And, boo. Girly pop. I'm so sorry. So anyway, and all of my defenses of her have always been these vapid, shallow things, and I've never ever once allowed for any kind of room for any kind of, I guess, shit talking, I guess, of her exes or anything like that, because it's like, those are victims. And I was like, I fully believe them. Even when I was pretending to support her, pretending to be an ambaby for like a little second. First of all, I had an entire agenda, and I will get to that in the future. We will discuss what my agenda was with that in the future. But the thing is I've been in girl world since before Amberlynn's cancer thing. I've been in girl world since before Beck's ma died. I've been in girl world for a good few years now. I ain't never, ever, ever, ever once, not a singular day, been an ambaby. Not even for a momentary second. At first, I pitied the fool. Then, I was disgusted by her. And now I'm just like, exhausted and disgusted by her. But no, I have never once been an actual legitimate ambaby. We'll get that straight and clear. And that's why whenever I was like, well, y'all don't even know what it is that, like, when I be fighting with some of the people in the comments, hey, shit, it's like, y'all don't even know what I'm, my purposes here are. Quit interfering, It's like, I have a mission here, and it seems that they're so busy getting hung up on the idea of someone, supporting her, and not thinking, gee, maybe this person actually has a plan. But then I realized it's all futile. That's the sound of her playing with a cap. All those toys and a cap and some corrugated cardboard are her favorite. That's dead funny. She doesn't seem to be so much of a bread tie cat, from what I can tell so far. But, anyway. So, I was very intentional about how I conducted myself even during my pretend ambaby moment. I never... Ooh, damn, my bad. We just finna ignore that. This is a product of my OCD, by the way. I haven't done anything this extreme in a long time. To be fair, though, I don't exactly have a whole lot of feeling in my face anymore, especially on this side, which is my left. But yeah. But yeah, so... Oh man, I'm so freaking tired. And then, I don't know, like 1 or 2, maybe, people seem to have followed me over from the Amberverse, which I somehow did not anticipate because I'm a dummy. And I was like, oh shit, I done fucked up. So I had dropped off the face of the internet for a minute because I was like, I need to recollect myself because I'm sorry, but okay. This whole thing proved multiple things on multiple fronts. A, Amber won't just take DMs from any old person in the world. So that is a busted myth right there. I be getting in the mud sometimes. But sometimes, when it comes to life, you just gotta get in the mud. It's too short. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life wondering what would have been it have been like if I had gotten in the mud instead of being too scared. I'm not gonna spend my life wondering. Also, yes, more Hello Kitty. Anyway. Down. We don't sit on top of dead people. She's very smart though. She's gotten used to the rules to some extent. She only climbs on top of the urn when she's crying for one of us at the door, and since the other ginger is not present, this bed is too marshmallowy for and it's been hurting her hips, Ellie's. But yeah, and it also showed me that people be just as hateful, really. Like, I don't really know why people be like, I guess some people followed me over and were like, they were leaving a little bit of hateful comments, and it's like, ooh, this is not the place. Okay. And suddenly I'm realizing that I have accidentally been shitting where I eat, so to speak. But I figure that with my face and name kind of attached to anything I do, what real choice have I got? So it was something that I figured, okay, if I can succeed in what I am trying to pull off in my head, it was worth it. By the way, I did not succeed. However, I did, in lieu of everything, ha 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 ha, I closed the drawer, now you can't fiddle with it. Don't mind me as I taunt my cat. She wanted to get in the sewing drawer. No. Stop trying to get into the drawers. Bro, I totally forgot. Having ADHD is like having a cat inside your brain. I swear sometimes. Anyway, so like, I learned that people be so blinded by hate that they lose all their critical thinking skills. There are absolutely people like that. Unfortunately, Amber is actually quite correct about anyone who appears to support her even a little in public getting a lot of hate. Which is valid, especially right now. She's kind of been a topic of a great many a discussion. And then she got Romeo, and that's when I was like, oh, this is all pointless anyway. And then what a boring life that is, just watching reaction channels and obsessing about yourself. I pity her. That'll never be me. But yeah, so my whole like thing was that I was like, after the whole rarity thing, I was like, oh, I started formulating an entire plan where I acted like a reformed hater, so to speak, I guess. And that's when I had that mini ambaby arc. And I had to kind of make it seem as authentic as possible. So it was like, oh, Hecticana and the ankle and Jordy, they're kind of mean. And I never criticized their character any beyond just calling them mean and petty, which are just silly little things, especially since, like, we really, in girl world, we all be petty. Dead ass, we do. Like, these girls be doing things that we all be doing, and we'd be like, oh, but they did it, so it's a sin. And it's dead ass kind of funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie, the double standards and the pettiness is just amazing. But yeah, so I like, I'm sorry, I'm still getting my head together after having been just completely trashed by 2 different viruses back to back, and then now I've got the, like, my immune system all flared up. And, its favorite snack is my nervous system. And probably my brain, knowing my luck. Considering it turns out that a lot of my sensory feedback issues are not functional. Like, this eye is not functionally blind. Like, not the eyeball itself. It's perfectly fine. However, its ability to send signals to my brain, or for my brain to process said signals, seems to be hindered in some degree. Same goes for this ear and sensation on this side. It wasn't until I was reaching around blindly in a bag with my left hand in the dark that I realized my left hand is blind. I could not identify a single thing that my hands came in contact with. There's a cognitive failure. And it's making me better at math. And terrible at art. Anyway. My old self and my new self are not the same. But yeah, I made this entire thing where I would get real close to Amber, close enough to rescue the pets, and then dip. And that meant that I had to method act if I was going to be at all convincing as an ambaby. And I think I was convincing for a while. But I'm over it now. She got Romeo. I realize that if I rescue the pets, all she'll do is get more pets and inflict her suffering upon them after, thus making it all a fruitless endeavor. But it's very nice to get caught back up on the tea and the drama. This is video number 31 out of 70 on my getting caught up on Amber Lynn playlist, because there's a separate playlist for getting caught up on Amberlynn versus Chantal. And there are some other side characters who get grouped in with Chantal, who are basically, he who holds the crown gets the main group. So my getting caught up on Amberlynn playlist is its own designated playlist because, first of all, she just has so much more drama going on, so there's just a lot more content. Whereas Chantal, that one's called the Flob de Bob playlist because the ankle. And I have it full of the stuff to get caught up on Chantopolis and get caught up on other side characters such as Corky, and any other potential side characters that reaction channels are considering. So I think I tossed a few glitter and laser videos that a few of my favorite channels onto that playlist as well, onto the Flob de Bob playlist. But yeah. Those are the updates. I'll see you guys in the next one. I have some Hater Nation to get caught up on. Bye, guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And make sure you don't catch any of these plagues going around. It's brutal. Bye, guys.